Boo.
It's still playing.
Do you still see it playing?
No, I didn't see it playing, but I could hear it playing in the background.
Oh, spooky.
Wait a minute. That is because I just had a technical difficulty and forgot that the sound was on over on the YouTube side of things.
Oh,
So, my bad. Technical difficulties. All
no
right.
worries.
Hello and welcome. This is Murder Mystery Haunted History. I am your host, BB3, and Nettie from MelNetteLivingFreeZipCodeless
Yep.
is also your host. She is splitting this live stream, so it is playing on her channel and mine currently. So if you are seeing us responding to comments on and you're not seeing those comments in your chat, that just means those are comments from the other person's chat. So make sure you click in the description below if you're on my side and go check out Nettie, or the
Yep.
description below on her side and go check out me. Drop in each other's chats, say hello, the things.
Yep, we got it linked to make it easier for everybody. So, like BB said, in the description of the live is my link, and in the description of my live is her link.
And also make sure you slap those buttons, the thumbs up, give it a slap, send it to bed, whatever you need to do with it. Hit that subscribe button if you aren't already. And then let me jump over here real quick and welcome everyone into the chat. So we had, his comment has disappeared now, but we had Andrew with Gnomes and Express. He was in here earlier. And the beautiful MelNettie. Hitch up in tow. How you doing, buddy? The real Robert Rockwell. Linda Barker. I'm not saying this one. You are.
That's Lebo. Lebo.
Then we have Tucker and Katie. Catherine Cook.
Yes.
A half an inch of snow. Snowflakes, Arizona, 30 degrees. That's crazy.
Yes.
With Christina. All right. I think I got everybody so far. We'll say hello as other people pop in.
And we wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. And for me, we have posted on our community tab that we did have a death in our family. And I just wanted to thank everybody for your prayers. We truly do. That meant a lot. And we just wanted to thank you all. And we're excited to, do the show tonight. And we'll be back on our Friday night lives. So we just wanted to thank everybody.
Thank you all for loving and supporting up on the Nettie and Mel. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right over in the chat, what you're looking forward to in 2024. It doesn't have to be a resolution or anything like that. Just something that's going to be happening in 2024, or do you like to see happening in 2024? We'd love to see that in the chat. All right, let's go ahead and get our story up here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You want to read the name?
Yeah. The haunted town of Staunton, Virginia.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun.
It's amazing because it's a whole town, y'all. Man.
Colorado Martini, hello and welcome.
Drinks for everyone. No. When you think of haunted places, you probably think of older, I know this word, why am I? Dilapidated buildings, but it is rare to hear of a whole haunted town. However, Staunton, Virginia, pronounced Stanton, not ton, is such a town. Dubbed the most haunted town in Virginia, some even claim it is the most haunted town in the eastern United States, and it has a pretty dark history to make it so.
Now, just to explain, we have a grumpy Care Bear, Joe, who put us on to how haunted Virginia is. And that's how we got on this Virginia haunted tour that Nettie has been taking us on. With that being said, Joe told us it is not Stanton. it is Stanton, and that the locals would be very upset if we pronounced it wrong. So if
Yeah.
you're local and you're watching this, just know that
We
we're
got
doing our
this.
best to pronounce it the way you want us to.
And we do not mind being schooled. We love being schooled and trying to figure out how to pronounce some of these words.
Oh, yeah, that's the fun part, is us
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to pronounce words. In Civil War lore and one of the earliest settled towns in the Shenandoah Valley, it is known as the Queen City of the Valley. But despite its regal claim, it exudes, there we go, can't pronounce words, small town charm.
Home to approximately 25,000 people, Stanton is also home to a haunted hotel, a haunted town hall, a haunted sanitarium, a haunted train depot, a haunted restaurant and pub, a haunted church, haunted college, a haunted inn, and even a haunted creek. In fact, there isn't much that isn't haunted here.
This is where I need to go live. I just
Right?
live with my ghost friends. Everywhere I go, I meet new friends.
Yeah.
Hey, Shanna Craft.
Thank you for coming in, Shanna.
Some say even a walk down its quaint southern streets provokes ghostly responses from beyond the grave. So it's easy to see why Staunton is one of Virginia's 5 most haunted places. That said, there are so many haunted places within the town that we can cover. Others will simply be mentioned.
Yeah. I can't imagine going to that town and it's like everywhere, you know,
Like I
has a
said, you could just meet
story.
new friends. Like as
Yeah.
you're walking down the street, just meet a new ghostly friend.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being a psychic that can, like, actually see and talk to dead people? And then you go to a town like this where the entire town is haunted, and you just see nothing but dead people walking up and
You
down the
know you're
street?
going to feel something, baby. You know you're going to get brushed or something's going to happen walking the streets.
Yeah, can you imagine, though, if, like, you're one of those people that can see it, and so you're trying to decipher if it's a real person or a dead
Yeah.
person walking down the street towards you? That'd be freaky.
We got hitch up in tow.
For 2024, looking forward to you doing a video on. You did
Yeah.
not just try to trick me into saying some long word like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, did you?
He sure did.
And don't forget, you're supposed to be dropping something you are looking forward to in 2024 over there in the comments for us to
As
see.
Mickey was looking forward to you saying that word in 2024.
He's like, let me see how tongue-tied we can get her.
Yeah.
This is a brief look at Stanton's history.
Mm-hmm.
The town looks incredible. The
It
architecture.
does,
Where's
right?
Tommy?
It does have beautiful architecture.
I love towns like this with the old buildings.
Mhm.
I wish downtown St. Louis was safe enough for me to go hang out in because I love the buildings there. I feel at home, and I don't know if that has to do with my, like, ghostly, like, the fact that I like being
Mhm.
around all that, but, like, in old places like this, I feel comfort.
Wow. Well, they could be holding you.
Like, big hugs.
Yeah.
I think this one's yours.
Yes. Stanton was settled in 1732, served as the county seat for the largest territory of its time, and boasted having more land mass than either Germany or France. It became the capital of the Northwest Territory from 1738 to 1770 and was quickly transformed into a transportation hub from the south when the Virginia Central Railroad arrived in 1854.
Imagine we're in 2024 and this is talking about back in 1738, 1770,
It's amazing.
1854. So long ago. Hello, Larice Juice. I
Greetings. Welcome.
I will forever be proud of myself as much as I do not pronounce things correctly. The very first time Larice Juice came into our chat, I said her name correctly. She didn't have to teach me. I just knew.
Yep, you did it right.
I'll brag for a moment. Many of the buildings here date back to the 18th and 19th centuries. Although it is rich in Civil War history, it's one of the few towns that escaped destruction, leaving many buildings from that era intact, thus preserving the paranormal energies within them. Isn't it
Yeah.
insane if you stop to think about these buildings that we're talking about being so
Mhm.
beautiful? Were built back in a time when they didn't have all the equipment and stuff that we have now, and they're still standing. And in solid good
Imagine.
form, they're standing.
Yeah.
Yet buildings that were built 10, 15 years ago are being torn down in other places. Like, and it kind of make you just scratch your head when it comes. Again, I like architecture.
Mhm.
Leave me alone. It's a thing. But like
And
you
like you said,
think,
they're absolutely beautiful. They're not just slapped together. They're beautiful buildings that they
yeah,
did.
and they are so much like better structured.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
with I think almost with the equipment, it's gotten to a point where buildings are only made to last a certain amount of time, where back then they were building them to last forever. And they were taking the time with their
Mhm.
hands and crafting these buildings. I don't know. Maybe that's why the older buildings are more typically haunted because people's love and
And
heart were put
injuries too,
into.
BB, because when they were building bridges, a lot of
Mhm.
people didn't make it through that complete build.
That's
So,
true too.
yeah,
All right.
the Clock Tower Restaurant and Bar. Isn't that pretty?
That is it's gorgeous. I want to be in one of those windows right now off the end. I wanna
Mhm.
be just chilling in one of those.
We want to have a martini, Colorado martini, in that building.
I wanna go have a martini in one of those windows.
Yeah. Peering down West Beverly Street, you'll see Staunton's town clock towering above the other buildings. Built in 1890 by S.W. Folk, it was first designed to house the YMCA. The tower was remodeled in 1916 in the Queen Anne style with four bay arch windows, then finished with brickwork and ornamental turrets.
If walls could talk, right? That's
Yeah.
the other thing with there's so much rich history and people that have been in these buildings and all
Mhm.
of that, that it's like, can you imagine what they would say?
Man, fly on the wall.
Since then, the clock tower has had a few more incarnations. The last renovation changed the building from a department store into apartments on the upper levels, with retail space, including the restaurant, on the ground floor. Can you imagine living
Yeah.
there?
Shara Hart, welcome in. Happy New Year. Stanton's signature clock, manufactured by E. Howard Clock Company of Massachusetts, from which the restaurant derives its name, has continued to tick away faithfully for the last 130 years. Now, think about that. We can't even get watches to continue working. And we have this clock tower that's been working up to 130 years. Isn't that incredible? Yeah, Charhart. I can't hear you. Oh no. Okay.
How about now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I moved my mic stand, and all of a sudden the lights on the mic went out, and I was like, I just unplugged something, and I don't know what, so I had to like run fix everything. So I apologize. I
I
apologize.
think it was Annabelle. That's all I got to
Yeah.
say about that.
We're talking about ghosts and things, and all of a sudden my mic stops working. Yeah, it could have been
Yeah.
Annabelle. I actually forgot these babies were in that room because I
Yeah.
had the Christmas tree up. So I
Yeah.
had put them in that room, and I put the Christmas tree away, and these guys were not brought back in here, and they let me know. They started messing with
Mhm.
my Alexa and making her make all kinds of funky noises. So the dolls were up to no good. Okay. Uh, okay.
Yeah, we were talking about that clock tower, BB, has been working over the last 130 years.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
I would imagine that's something that they would like keep up on, especially since there's such a rich history. Some
Yeah.
places they don't keep up on it. They let it break. It's whatever, but
Mhm.
I would love to have one of those apartments though and have like that room off the outside of it.
Yeah, it's
It's always
always her
animal.
fault.
Okay, so I would blame her, but I don't really think it was her. I think it was the other guys this time. We'll blame it on the other ones because they had a day. Let's just say Anubis decided to make friends with the other dolls, so they're not real happy right now. Known as the most haunted restaurant in the Shenandoah Valley, the Clock Tower restaurant has been a paranormal destination for decades. Both patrons and employees have noticed activity, and investigators have documented this activity using digital voice recorders, video, spirit boxes, flashlights, and thermal cameras.
It's got everything. The present owners have witnessed glasses breaking for no apparent reason and wine glasses wobbling in midair, then coming out of their cases and breaking.
The most profound observation occurred during a supplier delivery. While unloading inside the walk in cooler, the delivery man noticed a large soup ladle dangling in midair,
Mm.
unattached to anything. He became so frightened he ran out of the cooler and refused to deliver to the restaurant anymore.
No soup for me. That's all I got to say.
Some ghost is in there just getting itself some soup, just getting some food. They're hungry. There's like working every day and the stops mid like, oops, I got caught eating the soup.
Yeah.
And the delivery guy's like, oh, this is fucked. It takes off running. I could see that all happening.
Probably was afraid just going to get locked in that cooler. Be like, I'm out of here.
I got a video with one of mine standing up briefly. Her body is
Her
cloth.
baby doll.
Do you have that video on your channel? Do we all need to go watch this video when I
Oh,
get
I
done
know.
here? Can you give me if you have that video on your channel, when we get done, we're gonna go check this video out.
Yeah.
Uh living it up. Soup Infinity. If you want, I can find the video and link it. Please, at the end of this, I'm gonna ask you for the link. So please, please drop
Yeah.
that. Um oh gosh. Hold on, guys. I don't know what is going on with the computer today. Okay, we're fixed. All right.
I didn't even see it happen. That was so fast.
I all of a sudden the YouTube side was over the StreamYard side. I don't know what's happening.
Oh my goodness. Chrissy
We're be
Mama's here, BB.
Hello, Chrissy Mama.
Welcome.
Oh, what is happening? Do you
Oh
see this?
no. Yeah.
Okay. Flashlights and cameras.
Okay. So we
There we
read
go.
this. Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it yours or mine?
This one we read.
We read this one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is I
Wobbling
just
in
read
midair.
this one. Yeah.
Yep.
And
It just, hang
the
on.
next one will be yours. Yeah.
No, we read this one, the large soup ladle.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then this next one.
Okay.
That's yours.
We got it.
Computer's
Another
lost its-
disturbing experience witnessed by both owners and employees concerned was decorative pictures hanging on the restaurant walls. When the owners and staff came in the morning, the images would be sitting on the floor amidst shards of broken glass, as if someone had thrown them to the floor. This ghostly misbehavior continued into the owner decided to hang the pictures without the glass and solved the issue.
The owner got smarter than the ghost. That is funny. Happy
Yeah.
Three Kings, says Chrissy Mama.
Oh, thank you.
And then we have Truth Spitter in here. Here we go. Hello,
Yeah.
hello.
Welcome in.
It is the cutest doggy ever. Do you have a new puppy, Truth Spitter? According to a local paranormal group, the basement of the clock tower is the paranormal hotspot in the restaurant. Documented activity here includes lights turning off and on, orbs, and the report of a man chased by a floating spirit lady.
Wow.
I got spirit. Yes, I do. I got spirit. How about you?
The pom poms. And then they do that.
Oh, it's a rabbit. Hold on. That's not a
Oh, it's
dog.
a
I thought that was a
rabbit.
little Boston
I
Terrier.
was
Hold
just
on.
gonna say I thought it was a Boston too.
It
It's
is
got a
a
little
little rabbit.
jacket, like a
It's a
little.
little rabbit in a jacket. So cute.
Oh wow.
I thought it was a little Boston Terrier wearing a little jacket. I thought it was so cute. Now I understand why it's so tiny. It's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit. And Chrissy Mama shared out our live. Thank you so much, Chrissy Mama. We wanted to thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thermal imaging was used here to detect ghostly activities. In addition, numerous spirits used the spirit boxes to communicate with investigators, while others have been reported to use flashlights to answer binary questions. The amount and intensity of the paranormal activity at the establishment easily thrusts Staunton into Virginia's top 5 haunted places. Aw,
I'm going to have to go check that out, Truth Spitter. I am going to go check that out. The Staunton Train Depot, railroad crossing. Stop, look, and listen.
Splat. No.
She said splat. A local paranormal group that has researched the depot for the past 7 years has gathered EVPs through spirit boxes and seen strange lights and shadows. Around 8 different ghosts of victims have been contacted here via investigative equipment.
For example, the apparition of the young opera singer Myrtle Ruth Knox, who bled to death after her legs were severed when her train crashed into the depot, has been seen here wandering around the station's platform. D.C. McLeary, who was reportedly drunk, was struck and killed by the train in 1861. Some have witnessed his ghostly, still drunkenly stumbling along the tracks.
Can you? I'm sorry. First of all, how tragic for that lady in the first one.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine that you're just waiting on your train at the depot and the train runs into the depot? It was your time. It was your time if that happened to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because that is the freakiest of freak accidents there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But tragic. Sorry about that. But I think running into a drunken ghost is either going to be extremely funny or annoying. And I don't know which one. Like, can you know how when you run into the drunk on the streets somewhere and you're, like, annoyed by their wild behavior? I'm
Can you?
wondering if that's kind of the same thing when you meet the drunken ghost. If you're like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, come on, stop talking to me."
Falling over on you.
Wandering around with no she's floating. She's floating after you. But can you imagine the no legs part? That would be freaky. At
Yeah.
least with a regular ghost, you see her little toes hanging. I can't understand why a person would want a drunk ghost. What if you run into a horny ghost?
Oh, right. Don't
I I
I
have
forgot
told the
what those are
story
called. There is a name for that, and I
I've
forgot what it's called.
Yeah, there's a whole, like, people having relationships with
Yeah.
ghosts. There was a guy that lived at Mansion Mom's mansion. He had a whole home. Like, he had a house that he owned, but he stayed at the mansion for, like, a year and a half or so in the portal to hell room because he was having a relationship with the girl ghost in that room. He
Chara
eventually had to be
Hart.
like, "You gotta go."
She reminded me that comment reminded me of like Slimer.
What if you left?
Splat.
It's worse if you back into a horse.
Right.
Did I just feel what I think I felt? Sure. How inappropriate.
Yeah. Welcome in, Sue from Lucky Dog Production Moderator. I think it's your turn,
The
baby.
American Hotel. Man, this place is beautiful. The city
Beautiful.
streets, like the town streets, it's so
Yeah.
beautiful. Plus, I could find a boyfriend in a ghost. Sorry. Sorry. Built in 1855, the American Hotel was one of the most luxurious hotels in Virginia. Then, during the Civil War, it was my brain knows the word.
Commandered, I think. Commandered.
Yes. It was no, my brain wants to say it a different way. Commandeered. There it is. It was
You're
commandeered
right.
by Confederate troops and used as a hospital and quickly filled up with sick and wounded soldiers.
And that's never good, you know.
That's right, edge up and
Yeah.
toe. The architecture. Yeah, I'm sure they had a lot pass when it was a hospital back then.
Mm-hmm. Then, in a twist of fate, Union soldiers took over the town and hotel, throwing the Confederate soldiers out and replacing them with their own sick and wounded. Amputations and surgeries were performed here without anesthesia, and broken bones were reset without anything to dull the pain but strong liquor. Many soldiers died, and it was a place of agony.
Well, now we understand why people were drunk in that town. They had to give them liquor, no medicine, no anesthesia. They just got them drunk and said, "Let's break bones.
Yeah.
Let's reset things." BB does hard words. This show is called BB Does Hard Words. Keep watching. Oh, Lordy.
We learn as we go.
Learn with us, okay? Paranormal activity has been reported here by both employees and guests. Shadow figures can be seen upstairs, computers refuse to work, and footsteps can be heard when no one is in the building.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Sue. Sorry,
Thank
baby.
you, Sue. Yeah, thank you for popping in on both sides of things. If y'all just seen what happened there, you might not have seen Sue comment the first time. That's because she was over on Nettie's side. But
Mm-hmm.
now she commented on my side. So if you're in my chat, you're seeing her comment now. So that is appreciated from both sides when you go show
Yeah.
support. So thank you so much. Make sure you're leaving the likes on both sides, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, slap the like button and send it off for a nap.
Slap it. A local paranormal investigative team has confirmed the basement to be the most active location in the hotel. Once used as a morgue when the hotel was a hospital during the Civil War, children's voices can be heard here. Spirit boxes have been used to communicate with a number of reportedly male ghosts at this location.
Western State Hospital. That looks like a getaway. It doesn't look like a hospital. It looks like a place that you'd want to go and like stay for a getaway.
Yeah, it looks so beautiful.
Western State Hospital was founded in 1825 as the second mental health facility in Virginia. Okay, so I look like I'd fit right in there. I knew before I even knew that that was home for me. Okay, sorry. Though the first building was not finished until 1828, it was originally named the Western Lunatic Asylum and did not change to its current name until 1894, after the hospital came under the control of Dr. Joseph Jarnetti, a noted eugenist.
Yeah.
What is a eugenist?
I don't know.
All right, well, you read the next one. I'm going to look up a eugenist.
Okay. A new building was erected bearing his name. Under his direction, many patients were tortured within its walls. The building was later used as a correctional center before being abandoned in the 21st century.
Okay, a eugenist is scientifically erroneous and immoral theory of racial improvement and planned breeding. It gained
Oh,
popularity during the 20th century. Eugenists worldwide believed they could perfect human beings and eliminate so-called social ills through genetics and hereditary.
he sounds whacked.
See why it's important to look up them big words we don't understand? Because this man was out of his mind.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
it is. I don't know if you saw this with Chara Hart.
That's the basement I want to hang out in. Hitchup and Toe said, now I know where I came from. Look, I already knew I needed to be at that hospital before we knew it was a mental hospital. So
It's a beautiful
who's,
building.
who's joining me in that beautiful building so we can have the eugenist? I'm not saying the word correctly. I know I'm not, guys. Jarnetti and his program of sterilizing patients, many of whom were also buried on the hospital's property in unmarked graves. Jarnetti and Adolf Hitler were pen pals, exchanging human experiment ideas during the World War II.
He
That
was a little cuckoo.
a little bit, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. Maybe I don't want to stay at the hospital anymore.
Now, I can't imagine having Adolf as a pen pal. That
No.
is just crazy. Visitors say that the restless spirits of Janet's victims still haunt the building and that their screams can be heard echoing through the halls. Moans, whispers, phantom footsteps, and doors opening or closing on their own accord have also been reported.
Augusta County Courthouse. I think we all have a courthouse like that in our towns, you know. By the steps to the 1901 Augusta County Courthouse, criminals and probably others who were victims of that word. I cannot say that word. I can never say that word. I read it and my brain does weird things. So that word were hanged up until 1918. During the Great Depression in the 1930s, President Franklin D. Roosevelt hoped to revive American life with jobs as part of the New Deal.
This economic whirlwind found its way to Staunton, but when residents kept disappearing, possibly buried in caverns near the train tracks, the president himself sent a note asking that such activity stop. Murder was not part of Roosevelt's New Deal.
Oh, yeah, he did. Ain't
Mhm.
nobody naming their kid Adolf.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody naming their kid that.
Big cave in Staunton. Isn't that crazy? Look at all that. It was, even when those people are standing, BB, in the middle, they're standing in a huge sunken cave in.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd have been terrified to stand in it.
Mm-hmm.
August 1910, several sinkholes opened up in the city, swallowing streets and homes. Stanton's Great Cave In started as just a gash. Two children playing outside their home noticed a crack opening up at the ground, and they ran inside and told their mother. By the time mom got outside, the crack was opening up into a chasm that ultimately swallowed their house. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm. Over the next several hours, two more sinkholes opened along Baldwin Street, one of them taking trees and part of a house, the other one moving dangerously towards the fire station, eventually leaving the building dangling over the edge.
The city was built on an underground source of water and limestone, the perfect ingredients for the conduction of electricity and the lingering of spirits. Okay, sinkholes. I understand why they happen. I've looked into that. I understand it. But what causes, like, so that day, the house one sinkhole happened. And then all these other ones happen too. Is it the shift in the ground that goes ahead and like sets off a domino type effect? Because like it took forever long for that one to happen. So I'm guessing maybe it's the domino effect that like makes so many of them happen in a row.
A lot of times you see that, like you're saying, with the ground shifting like an earthquake, and then the sinkholes occur. But they didn't say anything about that happening here. And what I learned is there were actually caverns underneath the town as well. So it's
Gotcha.
like these big caverns with those limestones, or I forgot what they call them, that hang, you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? And I don't know what caused the shift
Huh.
for this city.
I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There's a lot of haunted places here.
Oh, wow.
Might want to look into that one. Hey, Marmar, welcome in. You sure it wasn't built on an ancient burial ground? That's the only thing we're missing is the ancient burial ground.
Yeah. Augusta Female Seminary. Is that how you say that?
It looks like a
Cemetery.
beautiful like mansion.
It's beautiful. The Mary Baldwin College is a liberal arts school for women in Staunton, which was founded in 1842 as Augusta Female Seminary. Several spots on campus are believed to be haunted, including the Collins Theater, which is said to still be inhabited by actress Tallulah Bankhead, who attended the college in the early 20th century. Tallulah has a habit of playing with the lights and moving objects in the theater around.
What's up with that large mansion built on the water and limestone? Isn't that what was up with the large mansion built on the water and limestone? Maybe. I'm wondering if because they said that like it's electrically charged because of the limestone and all that. I'm wondering if that's like kind of like Nettie was saying, like an earthquake could cause things to
Yeah.
shift. So maybe the electricity was just enough, like over time, the electrical current or whatever just kind of away until
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden it was like ding, time for a cave in. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't get it. That's too science-y for me.
Yeah.
Tallulah Bankhead in 1941. Man, she is gorgeous.
Beautiful, right?
Absolutely gorgeous. The King Building, which houses a large pool, has had at least one peculiar incident. A security guard working in the building says that he heard the distinct sound of someone jumping off of the diving board. But when he went to investigate, there was no one to be seen and no ripples in the water. They just want to go for a swim.
Yeah. McCoolin Dormitory is said to be haunted by a pale white figure who can be seen floating above beds in the building. A child's handprint mysteriously appears in the room where Mary Julia Baldwin once stayed from time to time.
Now, wait a minute, Truth Spitter. Is she poking you or are you poking her? I mean, given the storyline earlier, just asking. Bugsy Malone, my name is. Yeah, but I can't say it. But I'm sure you're laughing at me because I'm not saying her name right.
Is it Tallulah? It looks like Tallulah.
Yeah, it looks like Tallulah. But one ghost seems to get around campus pretty easily, visiting Winger Hall, Grafton Library, the administration building, and other areas. Students have taken to calling this spirit Richard. The reports say he wears a blue soldier's uniform with gold buttons on its jacket. Richard seems to be fairly playful and harmless. He's known to hide objects and move them around from time to time.
He gets around. There's a lot of buildings that he explores.
She uses a broom handle. Yeah, he's a busy one.
Mm-hmm.
Busy ghost.
Belgrade Inn. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is.
This inn is haunted by Mrs. Bagsby, a spirit who has resided here since the 1800s. Miss Bagsby unlocks doors and plays other tricks. It is said that she has been known to cause the inn's hot water supply to bypass the room of a guest that she doesn't like. You take a cold shower.
She's like, "You're on my nerves. Cold water for you." Oh, you feel like poking me? You honey, I give you cold shower.
Right.
You need a cold shower, sir. You rolled your eyes at me? You don't believe in me? Cold shower for you. Room 7 is the one you should ask for if you want to catch Miss Bagsby in person, or we should say in spirit. Note, this used to be the Belgrade Inn, but it is now the Bon Thai Victorian Inn. There's a Thai restaurant on the ground floor and rooms available upstairs. This seems like my heavenly place. Thai food is my favorite food. It's haunted. It's an old building with beautiful architecture. This is where I should live.
And a cold shower.
And a cold shower. I just have to make friends with Miss Bagsby.
Mm-hmm. Spots Kaufman House. With the history extending over 260 years, this site has experienced several misfortunes and death, including the most interesting of the Black Widow, Charlotte Kaufman.
Great excuse for a hoteler. Sorry, sir. It was the ghost.
Right?
I didn't destroy the room. I pissed the ghost off. Sorry. Your problem. On February 24th, 1897, Charlotte Spots was born in Stanton and would be the only child born to John and Edmonia Spots. In 1901, Charlotte moved into the house with her parents and two servants, Amanda Brown, 40, and Annie Frey, 30.
Charlotte Lovelet Spots DeBron Kaufman is one of the most interesting people to have lived in the Spots Kaufman house. She has been the subject of intrigue, controversy, and speculation throughout the years after her death.
He said, like Oprah, you get a cold shower and you get a cold shower.
Go shower for everyone.
It is said that her spirit haunts the Spots Kaufman house, that she was a murderer who killed two husbands, giving her the title of a Black Widow, and had various odd habits which were apparent to the townspeople of Stanton, but yet was also known as a kind person who would treat her friends well. But you better be her friend.
Just don't marry me because I'll kill you. But if you're my friend, we're good.
Hello, welcome in. How are you?
Thank you for coming in. Her life story was never to be told completely or accurately, since there is no living person who was alive to know her throughout her life. Only those who knew her at various times in their own life, and of course, those who have heard the stories surrounding her.
You're doing great. Good to hear. Good to hear. I love your profile picture. I love
Yeah.
that. Absolutely beautiful you are. Charlotte Spot's class picture in 1915. She would have been 17. Okay. Them eyes say, I am mysterious. I'm a fun time. But also, don't piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
I'll
see.
get ya.
Am I doing it?
There you go.
Did I give the
Perfect.
look?
She lived the longest of any person in the house is undisputed. Having moved into the house with her family in February of 1901, she did not die in the house as many suppose due to her having been placed in an old age home until her death in 1988.
Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate that. And yes, she did experience multiple family deaths at the house while having lived here. First, her father, John, then her mother, Edmonia, and of course, her two husbands, Clarence DeBon in 1946 and John Kaufman in 1955. She was doing something right. She managed to wrangle her up two husbands.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
they all
that look.
died.
It was that
They all
bold look.
died. Her whole family died, but we'll just look past that.
It's possible that she may have experienced other people's death while living in the house due to incomplete records of servants and boarders who lived in the house at various times.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, probably like her servants and stuff passed too, I would imagine.
Hmm.
It wasn't that arsenic or anything that she put in their food.
She was
Sorry.
used to them dying. No,
No, hang on. I don't want her to come haunt me. So, this is
I know.
just a joke, just to like, all facts. You need to research yourself. I'm just
Mark, explain divorce to this woman.
It's possible that she may have experienced other people's deaths. Oh, wait, we read this one, right? No. It's possible
Oh,
that she may have experienced other people's deaths while living in the house due to incomplete records, servants, boarders who lived in the house. Yeah, we read this one.
oh yeah, yeah.
The the house is believed to be haunted by Charlotte Kaufman. Oh, it's just the beginning. Okay. Sorry. The house is believed to be haunted by Charlotte Kaufman and has been a regular and very popular stop of many ghost tours through the years.
Oh, okay. Stroll for spirits. Do these encounters fascinate you? Experience Stanton's haunts and history firsthand. The Black Raven Paranormal will take you along the city's most haunted hotspots and share actual encounters during the Ghost of Stanton walking tours.
For 90 minutes, guests are led through the haunted streets, listening to bone chilling stories and questioning what spirits are lurking. In addition to the dark tales and haunted history tours, Black Raven Paranormal also offers the Haunted American Hotel Tour and the Haunted Depot Tour.
You get the drunk guy and the lady with no legs.
I want to go play with the drunk guy.
The depot tour walks participants through the train station and attempts to communicate with the departed through a spirit box, a method of audio communication often used with the paranormal.
Several spirits are known to roam the train depot, and one particularly likes to pull the long hair of female visitors. Good thing I got short hair.
Yeah.
The American Hotel is one of them. Wait, sorry, my brain just did a thing. The one that's pulling the long haired people, she is jealous because the drunk guy keeps hitting on all the guests that are coming in. So she's like, I'm jealous, and she yanks the girl's hair. It's a jealousy
It's
issue. Just
gotta
let her
be.
know you're. Yeah. Let her know you're not there to steal her man and you'll be okay. Okay, sorry. The American Hotel is one of the most famous active locations in the city, with experiences of feeling touched, unexplained footsteps, and moans. Prepare for chills and excitement.
He's
There's,
touching me.
there's moans. Is that after or before the hair pulling? Just wondering.
Book a tour.
Book a tour. Ooh.
Ooh, that was perfect.
Okay. Now, we need Char of Hearts to drop this doll that is
Yes.
standing on its own. We need to watch this video, Char of Hearts. We need to see this. Also, I want to make a little announcement to everyone that's in here on my side of things right now. I am going to be going through and kind of cleaning up my channel, making some changes just because it's stuff like for a while I needed a whole lot of mods because I was going live so often. And now I don't go live that often. So I really don't need like 10 mods, so I'm going to go through and kind of clean things up just a little bit. Please don't take offense if you were a mod and I removed the mods, because there's some people I haven't seen in ages. And it's not that I don't appreciate it. It's time to clean it up. I don't go live as often, so we're just gonna kind of fix it up a little bit. I'm also gonna make changes with my banners and the whole thing. I'm giving the channel kind of a revamp. So I just want to make that little announcement. Please, no one get upset. I love you all. I just need to change it up just a little bit. Edge up and toe. That's me. Blocked.
Blocked.
Never. Never hitch up and toe. But at one point, I think I had a lot, like almost the whole chat was mods. And I don't need that. We don't
And
have.
there's been such a transition too, BB, where there's a lot of people, like you were saying, 'cause you've been on YouTube quite a while, that don't have channels anymore, or they stopped doing
Yeah.
content. So I've noticed that too. We had to go through and do the same as far as what you're fixing to do. Yeah.
I think honestly, I think I have Gary as a mod. I
Yeah.
haven't looked. I think I have Gary as a mod, and he don't really post or go
He
any
doesn't
live.
even come. That name doesn't exist anymore. He changed his name. Yeah. So
Yeah. So that's what I mean by I just need to kind of
yeah.
go in and clean things up. So I hope no one gets upset. It's nothing personal. Just
I was,
if
I
I
was,
if I haven't had people on here for a while, I just need to clean it up and you know and let everybody come in and just enjoy things and not have to mod. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Now, I was looking for that video too, so I can drop it on my side, but I don't know if it was on a live stream that she did for Chara Hart.
her
So I
hearts.
could drop it, yeah, over on
Is
my
she still
channel for people that are there.
Sharp Hearts? Are you still in here?
Let me see. And she's over on your side, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find her channel right now. What is happening? What is happening?
Yeah, I got her channel up. Let me send it to you.
Go to channel. Here we go.
You got it? Okay. Well, you just clicked on her. Just don't
Yeah.
know what it fell under. Because she's got live streams and she's got videos. But it would be fascinating. If we don't get it this time, we definitely need to grab that to watch it.
Yeah, we need to see that. So I can message her.
Yeah.
After she may have gotten busy. Nighttime helper and oh no, that's not it. It was a doll, but it's not.
Oh, really?
It's not. It's not the right doll. I don't think. All right. I don't
Okay.
want to spend too much time looking, so we'll go look at that next time. I felt like I had said we were going to do something else at the end here, but now I'm not
Were you
remembering.
were you going to talk about next week? Was that what it was or no? I don't
Oh,
recall.
well, we can share that out as well.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go to my channel. We did go ahead. I'm trying to be better, guys, about about getting the thumbnail up for the following Sunday's show. And so I actually have next Sunday's show up. It's the live is up and ready to go.
Yay.
If you want to go ahead and get, a notification, go over there, hit the little button.
Yeah.
You can get notification sent to you, and it'll remind you for next Sunday. But we're gonna do Gypsy Rose. We're gonna briefly touch on what Gypsy Rose is famous for and that she went to jail, but she's out. She's out. I'm sure everybody has seen it everywhere that she's out, but she has social media. She has TikTok. She's been doing some wild and crazy things. So we're going to kind of talk about what she's been up to since she got out.
That is going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. And I want you guys to think about like the case, because I want to discuss that too. Like her boyfriend that helped her do it, he's still in prison. He's going to be there for life. She's out. I want to go into detail and have like a discussion about what you guys think about this case. So that's the plan for next Sunday.
And I went ahead and dropped it in my chat and I haven't linked up to it yet, but you can still click on it because that will link you to BB's side. And then when we go live, you can bounce back and forth. So I dropped it in my chat as well, BB.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm looking forward very much
Yes.
to discussing this case with you guys because for me, I'm very like, I don't understand really how she is out and he will never get out. He's looking at life and will
Mm.
never get out. And she went on, and this is the part I want you guys to kind of look into, think about. She went on record in his court case and testified that she's the one that stole the knife, the murder weapon. She's the one that convinced him to do it. She's the one that planned how he would do it. She's the one that got the gloves. She admitted all of this on stand. And yet she's out and he's still there.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to think about that and then we'll go into more detail on this
Yeah.
next Sunday.
And I just have to say that I feel, BB, you are doing an extremely great job. You truly are.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you. Jumping back into doing these has been challenging. But I've always wanted to help Nettie with the videos. But she always had it. She's always like, I got it. I got it. Uh, so it's nice to kind of be doing this and having you do it as well. I will say that
Mhm.
I'm a perfectionist, so sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed. But I think I've got it down pat now. And so it'll be a
It's
little bit
trial and
easier.
error, and like you're coming back into it, and like, BB saying I'm the one that would do the stories, so she would be, surprised when they came, us up for us to cover it, but we decided to flip every week, and it makes it interesting and fun for both of us to get the same experience of not knowing, what the story is about. So what we try to do is we try not to research it, unless we know the story already, so we can get the same experience that you get in the chat. That's what's so fun about it.
Yeah, and, on this coming Sunday story, I mean, research, guys, 'cause, like, there's so much
Mhm.
that we could put out there about Gypsy Rose, so if you don't
Yeah.
know anything about her, go ahead and look at it.
Mhm.
Don't shy away from it because 'cause I'll bring different things to the table that you probably haven't, ran across or whatever, but I
Yeah.
really do want next Sunday to be more of a discussion, because my mind can't wrap around so many different things in this case. And I think it'd be great to have that back and forth discussion with you guys about this type of stuff. So
Yeah.
Katie
Thank you,
said,
Katie.
both you ladies do a great job.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, very much. Sunday shows are fun. It is a good time for us to all get together, hang out, and cover
Mhm.
different topics. I love it. Sundays.
Yeah.
I
We're
still,
starting our 4th year.
yeah, I am still blown away. As I was just getting ready to
4
say, I'm
years.
still blown away by how long we've been doing this now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Mhm.
All right. Well, with that being said, we'll see you all next Sunday. I hope you have an amazing week. Wishing you all much kindness and much love.
And we're sending love your way. Good night.
Bye, everybody.